Hello, student of Silicon Valley. You welcome to our e-learning program. Today, our strand will be independent Ghana. The sub-strand will be military rule in Ghana. We shall be looking at what actually is the meaning of military rule, the first coup d'etat in Africa, and then the first coup d'etat in Ghana. It will surprise you to note that the people of Ghana fought for independence from colonial rule. The British had colonized the country. This meant that the British government was in control of Ghana. The United Gold Coast Convention was the first political party formed to fight for independence. So it means that Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was brought from the UK to be the General Secretary. He brought the idea of self-government now, while the UGCC had the idea of self-government within the shortest possible time. So in the advent of these political parties, we had the CSPP that contested for a general election in 1951, and Dr. Nkrumah won it and he became the Prime Minister of Ghana. So until the 1st of July 1960, Queen Elizabeth of Britain was still the head of state of Ghana, with Nkrumah as the Prime Minister. So Ghana became a republic on the 1st of July 1960, and Dr. Kwame Nkrumah became the first president of the Republic of Ghana. But during those periods, there were a lot of both civil and military rule in the country. So when I talk about military rule, I'm simply talking about the means through which power is seized by a group of soldiers to overthrow legitimate government, and this is done with the police service by the use of gun and not by the constitution of Ghana. So the first coup in Africa took place in Egypt in February 1952. So coming back to Ghana, the first coup took place in February 1966 when Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown by the National Liberation Council, and that was headed by Lieutenant J. Ankara and later Efufa. We now look at some of the general causes or the causes of military rule in Ghana. So the general causes of military rule in Ghana include the following factors as shown below. So corrupt practices among government officials is a cause for military intervention in Ghana. So when we talk about corruption, this shows itself when public funds are misused or put into personal accounts outside the country. So for example, the PNP government of Dr. Hilary Liman was accused of being incompetent, corrupt, and were accepting bribes, and this caused J.J. Rawlings to stage a coup against him on 31st of December 1981, so that the issue of corruption can be done away with. Again, we look at another cause of military rule by the use of decrees. When I talk about decree, I'm talking about ruling without the use of constitution and ruling with the issue of command from a high military officer. So most of the military rule in Ghana was characterized by political personnel who rule by the use of decrees, which cannot be challenged by the people. So with decree, any command by the military junta becomes a law. Military regimes are dictatorial, that is, they dictate most of the things to the people, and they do not allow the people to express their opinion on national issues. So the leaders impose their policies and programs on the people without seeking their views and opinions on certain issues. Hello, students of Silicon Valley. We continue our e-learning program. In this slide, we shall be talking about the absence of the rule of law. When we talk about the rule of law, we are talking about a situation whereby the constitution is not used to rule the people. So, with the military, there was the absence of the rule of law, and this made the people being subjected to bad rules without a recourse to the law. So under the rule of law, all the organs of state take decisions which are dictated by the law. So when I talk about the organs of state, I'm talking about the judiciary, the executive, and the legislature. These are the three organs of state that we have in the country Ghana. The existence of military rule prevented the formation of political parties. So in Ghana, for instance, we have lots of political parties. We have NPP, we have NDC, and other political parties. The military junta see all political parties as nuisance and disruptive to their cause.